Hi, this is Diane with Watercolor Beginners and Beyond, and I'm real excited to share this today. SketchBox has put together some of my favorite things, some of the things you may not have in your toolkit, your toolbox of watercolor goodies. I'll go through each one and show you how I use them. I just love this entire collection. There is just so much fun. This is a lot of fun just waiting to happen. To start with, we've got these two water-soluble pencils from Graf. These are awesome. You can use them as regular pencils, or you can add water to them to smear the graphite out. It's really so much fun. And then a water brush. I love these. Fill them up with water. You add this to your water-soluble pencils. You grab some paper, and this is all you need. I keep something like this in my purse at all times, wherever I am. If I want to sketch something, I've got a pencil, I've got the water, and I've got paper. The next thing is a sample of Daniel Smith's colors. These colors are so beautiful. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get in there and play with them. Some fantastic colors here. Opera pink, so bright, transparent pyrrole orange. Mix this with any blue. Oh my gosh, gorgeous grays and neutrals. These are waterproof inks. We have black Sumi ink. Don't be fooled by the green container. It is black. And a Copic multi-line waterproof pen. This parallel pen by Pilot is so much fun to play with. It has a very, very wide, flat nib, and the ink is water soluble. You can do so many cool things with this. This is a little tool by Kingart. It's called an Inkline painting pen. I'll show you how I use it. It really is fantastic to You can put liquid watercolor in it. You can put ink in it and make very, very fine lines. You can also put masking fluid in it if you need to make really tiny, thin, delicate lines. It works extremely well. Last but not least are the watercolor powders by SketchBox. These are so much fun. It's like fireworks on watercolor paper. It is so much fun to watch them, and I'll show you later. I love the SketchBox signature watercolor pads. The paper is 100% cotton. It's 140 pound. They're very thick. Really love this, and it's the perfect size to do a quick sketch or watercolor painting. And then on the reverse side, write an address, put a stamp, and mail it to somebody. Who doesn't want a hand-painted postcard? Okay, I've added some water to this water brush. Now we're going to play with the Graf pencils. One of the features of these pencils that I really like is that the color of the pencil shows you how dark it is. This is the 6B, so of course it's pretty dark, and this is the 2B. I just really like that feature. When you've got a lot of pencils in front of you, it's nice to be able to grab the darkest color if you're wanting a dark value and not have to scrounge and put your glasses on and look to see, okay, is that the 6B? Is that the 2B? It's really nice. So let's play. Let's start with the 2B. You can make any kind of sketch. I'm just going to show you how water soluble these are. So that is the 2B. 2B or not to be, I know, I'm sorry, I had to do that. And that's the 6B. And you just take a watercolor brush, a water brush, or any brush with water, and look at that. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Okay, I've got the black ink cartridge put inside the parallel pen. You can see the nib, how wide it is, and it's got kind of a jagged edge. It's really cool. So this is cold press paper, so it's got a little bit of texture. So making a mark on this, it's not going to be completely solid, but look at that. It's like using dry brush technique. If you turn it on its end, you can make like a very fine pen mark. And then it's water soluble, so you take your water brush and you can, look at that, look how that travels. I love these water soluble pens. You can do so much with that. And I'm going to show you later some of the things I've done with this pen. I wanted to show you what this does on smooth paper. This is just plain cartridge printer paper. It makes a very wide, solid line. So if you have hot press paper, that's what you're going to get. I love the bold. When you're doing line and wash, you need a waterproof ink, and this Copic multi-liner pen is waterproof. The color of this is cobalt. I just love that. So when you do your drawing, you can either do your drawing first and wait 30 seconds or so for the ink to dry, and then you can splash on some watercolor paint, or you can add the ink at the end, or you can do both. And this color, oh my gosh, this cobalt blue. And I'll show you some paintings I've done with this later. Now this is the Kingart Inkline painting pen. It's something that you, like I said before, you can make really fine lines. So I'm going to take a little bit of ink here and put a couple of drops in here. And I can make very, very fine lines. Look at that. This ink flows so well. And like I said before, you can use this for masking fluid. You can see how fine the lines are. So if you're doing pet portraits and you have whiskers or a people portrait, hair, eyelashes, whatever. Okay, this is the real fun part. This is, we're going to be playing with watercolor powders. It's like crystallized pigment. It is just so much fun to play with. So we're going to do it on dry paper. I'm just going to tap a little bit. A little goes a long way. That doesn't look like much. When I first started playing with these, I put way too much to start with. It really doesn't take much. I don't squeeze the bottle, I just kind of tap it. Okay, doesn't look like much, does it? Wait till it gets wet. And what's so fun about this is just to spray it. Don't fiddle with it. Don't do it. I have fiddled with this so much before that I've lost the magical properties of it. So look at the different designs and texture it creates. It's just magical. Like I said, it's like fireworks on paper. Okay, this is dry now. Look at the colors. It's just beautiful. Now I'm going to try it on damp paper. So I've squirted the paper a little bit, misted with the water. And now I'm just going to tap a little bit. And just watch it. This is the orange. And watch what it's doing. It really is like fireworks on paper. It's so pretty. And I'm going to show you how to do a really simple landscape with this. You can also put some powder in a little dish or in your palette. Add some water. Look at that. Mix it up. And actually paint with it like paint. Oh, that's a gorgeous color. So many things you can do with this. Okay, I've done a very simple wash of color of cerulean blue on top and some Hansa yellow, permanent green light, a little bit of Mayan dark blue, and cerulean blue here at the bottom. And I'm going to cover the top here so that I don't get this in the sky area. And I'm just going to tap a little bit of this orange to represent some wildflowers. And I'm not going to fiddle with it. I'm just going to let it dry. Now that it's dry, I've covered the sky area. I'm going to add some of the turquoise powder and then spritz some water on it. I'm going to add some darks here in the foreground. I'm going to try to. Don't do too much, Diane. You know how this works. Okay, let's see if that's enough. Now I'm going to spritz it with some water. Okay, walk away, Diane. Don't do too much. Okay, I didn't think the sky was dark enough, so I added some more Mayan blue and spread it around. I really like how this turned out. It is really abstract. It's very loose. The flowers in the field just kind of created themselves with the watercolor powder. This is really a lot of fun, and it is messy. Look at my hands.